Welcome to this week's episode of So What's Popping with your girl, the real Z Nkosi. I almost said it's a new month, but we are in September still, are we? Yes, we are. And I think the next episode, I'm going to shoot it in KZN if I find time. I'm going to try because I'm going to go to KZN for a few weeks to see my family. And, I'm going to take it as a little vacation because, it's been a stressful year and I miss my family, especially my parents and my nieces. And I look forward to seeing my siblings as well. But anyways, I hope you guys have been okay. Yes, the girl is feeling fresh. I just finished a workout as usual. You guys know that I normally feel good after doing a workout. That's why it becomes easier for me to come and sit here and do this. So I got some energy in me. I'm feeling great. My hair is out. I washed my hair and relaxed my hair. So it's nice and clean. I still need to fix it a bit more, but hey, it's summertime. I don't really like wearing wigs. If you've seen on my Instagram stories where I post actual stories, I was telling a story the other day that I actually prefer my natural hair because not only did I spend most of my life growing up with my natural hair, my afro, that is, not like relaxed, but like relaxed hair is still my natural hair. But anyways, so when I put on wigs, they help me when I'm growing my hair, but it becomes an issue for me in summer because I'm the type of person that I just sweat very easily. I got it from my dad. I sweat very easily. And so imagine with the wig on, everything just feels like the humidity and the moisture and oh my gosh, it's hot, it's sweaty. It's not nice. It's not pretty. So I prefer having my natural hair in summer. And I feel good now that my hair is starting to look a bit better than it was. I'm going to fix it up a bit, like I said. But anyways, so I'm out here, rocking my natural look. It's been a while. But anyways, so I was watching this episode the other day. I'm not going to say which show. I'm not going to say which show because like I said, I'm not here to promote nobody for free. Okay. But anyway, so I thought I should come and talk about what I wanted to talk about today or to touch on today is just how crazy it is that we are living. First of all, we are on Earth, but we are living in a world where we are, as people, going through different things, at different times. So we are just experiencing life differently, even though there are similarities, but we do experience life differently. And it's crazy how we don't take that into consideration as we move through life and as we interact with other people. So I was watching this episode the other day with my sister, and this episode was about, it's one of those shows, I'm going to say it's gay, it's one of those shows on Moja Love. I do watch Moja Love, please. I love watching dramatic reality TV that is local and lekker, Anyway, so it was one of these shows where it's called Mama Zala. I mean, I'm not promoting it because, me saying it here doesn't mean anything. But anyway, it's not about the show. It's more about what was happening on the show and my takeaway from that. It's just how crazy how this guy, apparently, the gist of the story is the wife was going to fetch her late husband's assets or whatever money that the brother-in-law stole. So the kid's uncle, because the mom is obviously fighting for the kids' inheritance that this uncle stole. And there's proof that he stole this, traces of his account and him wiring money to his account and e-walleting himself to his number. So there's proof, it's an actual case. Anyway, so the lady was just exposing him and all those things. Anyway, so because normally when she would go there, I'm just adding this just so it doesn't seem like it's just a stupid show. When she does go to this guy Nate to try and get this thing resolved and whatever, and the law in South Africa, the law is very slow. So you can have a case, but it might take years to be resolved. And it's not going to stop the fact that you are struggling with your kids and your husband is gone, and there's money that your kids are supposed to be receiving, so that you can support them. Of course, you're going to be receiving the money to support the kids. I don't know. I don't really know how it works, but those sort of things, you know what I'm saying? So I'm guessing the justice system was being slow. And the issue was when she would go by herself, this guy would threaten her because apparently he has a gun. He has a gun. So anyway, so that's why she wrote to the show as a way of, if I go here with these people from this show, it's going to be on television, as much as, it's a case value, it's already out there, I guess, in their community, but it's going to be on TV so that if something does happen to me, everyone is going to know that it's this guy, that he's been threatening me. So that's why I think she went on TV, this lady. I think that's why most of these people go on TV, because it's like their last resort. It's not a thing of they're going there to get fame. So it's not one of those shows. It's like a real actual show where people go there because they need help or some sort of intervention. But anyways, from to have like someone who's going to be like a mediator, or someone who's not going to take sides, or someone who's going to hear both sides of the story and come up with like an actual solution. So I think it's a really cool show. But anyways, it's not the point. So I'm watching that show, and to me it was crazy when that uncle who stole his brother's money, his brother's assets or whatever, he said, because apparently the wife said something along the lines of, also you poisoned him, but I think she was just saying that out of pain, like you poisoned him, you're the one who killed him because he drank tea at your house and then he passed away. And before he passed away, he came to me, he told me it's because I drank tea at my brother's house, I think he poisoned me and then he passed away. Anyway, so I'm not sure if that's true or not. And then the brother was like, this uncle who's alive, he was like, no, but he never eats at other people's houses. I know him as someone who never eats at a stranger's house. And what's crazy to me was, okay, I can understand if a person doesn't eat at people's house, because I know that thing. I understand it, like in the hood, sometimes you're not supposed to eat it, because they might put things in your food and bewitch you and all those fucked up things that actually do kind of actually happen, even if it's not like bewitching, but like poison. People do poison other people. So it's not advised, you must go around eating at anyone's house, everyone's house. It has to be people that you trust, like your family members or like close friends or like close family, like whatever. Anyway, so some people have that rule of I don't eat at other people's houses and I don't want my kids eating at. But we also kind of had that rule at home because, like I said, it was a thing in the community when you're growing up, just a black people thing, I think. But it wasn't towards family for us in my home. It wasn't towards family members. So it was weird for me when this guy was saying that his wife, when his brother did not eat at his house because his brother didn't like eating at a stranger's house, but it's your brother. So then it got me like thinking, and me and my sister were having this conversation, which is why I'm here to talk about it. It's crazy how with some people, they have this weird family dynamics. There's a thing of, okay, maybe you don't get along with your siblings, you don't get along with your dad, you don't get along with your mom. And it's crazy how, I know I keep saying it's crazy, it's just a thing of, it's not sad, but it's just kind of unfortunate how we do not take those things into consideration, like I said, when we go out there into the world to interact with different types of people. You know what I'm saying? So with me, at least I'm starting to have that thing in mind, because as I'm studying social work, as you guys know, I'm studying social work, and then it's like programming me to become someone that actually does look at a person's, like history or like environment that you grew up in and how that kind of influenced you into becoming the person that you are and why you think the way you do and those sort of things, like things like that. Because I'm majoring in sociology, I was supposed to major in psychology, but I decided I want to major in sociology because it's more interesting for me. But anyway, so I like study those sort of like things and different dynamics and like influences, so I wish that we as people would have that sort of compassion towards other people. When you're interacting with a person, for example, if I'm dealing with someone and you're like, oh, so and so is always dramatic and is always jealous, and we paint people as someone who is a certain way, like in a negative, and like, let's say, because I don't want to, the thing is I'm avoiding making examples because I don't want anyone to watch this and feel like Z was making a reference to me, you know what I'm saying? And I'm really, really trying to avoid that. At the same time, I want to make examples, and I don't want to make examples with like people that we don't really all know personally. Like I can't just give an example of, for example, like, in the Kardashians, so and so, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that's would be a good example, but like, for example, if you go around and you label someone, maybe you guys are a group of people, or like at work, a colleague, or like in varsity, your friends, or someone in class, or like in high school, there's always someone that we are labeling as either maybe a bully, or we're labeling them as, oh, so-and-so never compliments other people. There are people that also are always quick to pay attention to how other people behave. And like in a negative way, it's like, oh, you're always the first one to be like, so this one doesn't compliment people. This one is always talking about her man and the things that she has. This one is like, like some people are actually consumed by that. I used to have a friend, I used to associate with someone like that who was always analyzing people, but not like, sometimes you analyze people and then you can say, oh, so-and-so has a really great heart. Like you sometimes say nice things about people, but she would always like say, weird, crazy things. Like, okay, so when do you really sit and instead of like interacting with people as they are, you interact with them based on how you've perceived them and you judge them based on, that brief encounter of you saying, okay, so because this person said this to so and so, saying your shoes are ugly, the next day they're saying someone else's nails are ugly. So to you, you feel like you've amounted that person to being someone who's always criticizing people, but where it's like, what about yourself as someone who, when you should see yourself as someone who's busy analyzing other people when you should be working on that as well, because sometimes a person can be negative, but it doesn't mean now you must label them as that. At least the best you can do for yourself, because why should you care? You know what I'm saying? Why should you care? So if the person is a negative person, sharp, I'm aware of however you are, and I will take it however I take it, and maybe make you aware if you're directing it to me and be like, you're always saying this sort of things that they make me uncomfortable. Oh, I don't like that about you. Are you doing it on purpose? Are you really like being a malicious person trying to make me feel bad every morning when I walk in at work and you like saying, oh, okay, yeah, your hair is, it's your hair is, like it's nice, but it would have been better. Oh, today you're wearing these shoes you bought. I saw them. They were on sale at Mr. Price for 50 Rand. Oh, people are always just doing those things. Yeah, they do exist, but it's like, sometimes you mustn't focus too much on that. You just block it out and be like, okay, you're going to say something negative to me. I will respond to you differently, just to also make you aware without attacking you, and be like, oh, okay, yeah, thank you. They were on sale. And the fact that you notice them means that you have good taste. So, hey, I have good taste as well. They were on sale. I bought them. Should have done the same as well, Oh, my hair doesn't look nice. Okay, so what do you recommend? Oh, okay, I think that would look good on you because that's not the look that I was going for. Those sort of things. There's ways to respond to, but anyways, that's not my point. My point is, I feel like we criticize other people so much, and which unfortunately we cannot not do that because it's only human nature, right? To have something, we all do it. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm perfect. We all judge people. We all gossip about people and like things and say fucked up things about people behind their back. Some people say it to your face, which is sometimes not cool, but whatever. No one is perfect. But what I'm trying to say is, it's just, I wish that we would all have that third eye of considering the fact that if you are interacting with the person and it's maybe becoming difficult, right? When it's becoming difficult, and instead of you saying, vele so and so just irritates me, or in Zulu we say, oh, instead of saying things like that, because no one is existing here to impress you. No one will, except maybe for your kids. I don't know, because yeah, that's a different case, because that's a part of you. But anyways, just in general, no one is existing to impress you, and no one is existing to say umpiwe. So do you walk around and say, oh, lona gimpiwe, or okay, I get along with that person. I don't like so and so. So when you just go around, don't be that person. Let's just not do that. Okay. So sometimes when a person is being difficult, put yourself not in their shoes, but put yourself like in that chair of, okay, let me try and think beyond this. Maybe it's what this person has been through, how this person grew up. Don't always make it about yourself, and don't always take things personal, even when sometimes they are personal. And I know this sounds fucked up, but some people come from broken homes, like really broken homes, you know what I'm saying? And they don't wear it on their sleeves because, I'm not saying they should or they shouldn't, but you're never going to know everyone's backstory, So I think would be a good way to judge a person, because either way you are going to judge. It would be a good way to judge a person if you're going to start by first assuming that, okay, maybe they've been through something in their life, or maybe how they grew up, or the environment that thing that made them the way that they are, and I should not take how they are and who they are personally. You know what I'm saying? It's just, okay, even if someone offends you, just understand that, like, some people do it, like some people are orphans, and some people have been orphans since they were like kids, that's not easy. That's not easy to be. I can't even think how I would have actually survived life and went through life without my parents, to be honest with you, and I'm lucky enough to still have my parents at 30 years old, and I'm like second to last. They had like 5 kids. I'm second to last, and the last born passed away. So it's like, in a way, I'm like the last daughter at home, and I have older siblings, which are like, my brother is like in his 40s, and my sister is like in her late 30s. So I'm blessed to have parents that were, kept on this earth to see me grow and become this 30-year-old woman, and I'm not going to sit here and act like maybe it has had some sort of influence in me being the person that I am, or it hasn't. We never know, but sometimes it does influence who you are. Maybe if I didn't have my parents, I wouldn't have had the level of guidance that I had throughout my life to end up being this solid person. I think I'm a solid person with a stable head. And I think my parents really do have a lot to do with that. I give them credit. I won't even like lie and sit here and act like the same. I was raised well. Like my parents did their best. And if you feel like, oh, the only thing that I would say I disappointed them with, if they are disappointed, which I doubt, I think at the time they were, is the fact that I went and got tattoos, because I come from a very strict home, very like stable upbringing, to be honest, because it's mom and dad, you know what I'm saying? Like dad did like all the work, dad out there getting money, mom out here raising us, you know what I'm saying? 24 hours, 7 days a week, you know what I'm saying? Like they were like a team and they balanced each other out in their own way as a couple. But yeah, I think I was raised really well. And obviously things like that, you don't see it as when you are a teenager, you think, oh, your parents are just like cramping your style. They're so strict. My parents are so strict. I can't do this. I can't do that. You know, all those things. And when I even got the tattoos, I got the tattoos when I was like in my late 20s. And it wasn't because I was rebelling. I've never actually rebelled. I've written like nasty things, you know, the teenager on my diary, because I was a diary girl, because, you know, I didn't like leave like the house and like use my window to sneak out to go drinking and those sort of things. I've never done any of that, you know, and I've never heard of a story of any of my siblings doing that, except for one who confessed, but he was also older. By the time he was in his, was he in his early 20s? Yeah. My late brother, he said that he did something like that where he snuck out to go drink. But, you know, he's the last born. So with the last borns, really, by the time the parents are raising the last born, they are a bit like not as strict as they used to be. But he was also raised well, I think. It's just, yeah, anyways, I'm not going to get into like my actually personal family stuff, but all I'm saying is people are going through a lot and people have gone through a lot as you progress throughout your life. And as you go out there and you interact with people, even people within your, like your social life, like your friends and your colleagues or like your people at school or whatever, people in your neighborhood, your neighbors, you know, you need to understand that some things are not personal and they're not a personal attack at you. It's just that we all come from different, family dynamics, and we've all learned to sort of not be so conscious about that when we meet other people. And so we then dismiss the fact that this person hasn't gone through life the same way that I have gone through life. And so therefore they haven't experienced life in the nice or in the bad way that I have, you know what I'm saying? And I would wish that we as people would like put more effort into seeing that from that angle, seeing things from that angle when we interact with people, and especially in situations where we feel like someone is being difficult, or we feel like we feel like we are being difficult, maybe it's also better to vocalize, be more vocal better, and try to make people understand you without having to dig in too much, you know, about your past. But sometimes it's better when you are more expressive about. For example, I met this guy. I was shooting something, and then on set we met this guy who was open about the fact that he was a recovering drug addict, and he had been through a lot of things, and then he ended up being caught up in drugs when he was younger. So he was telling us, it's okay, I used to do drugs when I was younger, but now I'm recovering, and he was so proud of himself. And it made us understand him a bit more, because he was a bit, okay, we are all weird in our own way, but he would like do things that were a bit, what's going on? Is he like craving something? Is he, you know? But then after he explained that, okay, you know, the way that I am sometimes, a lot of it has to do with the fact that I used to do drugs and I'm recovering. And when it comes to recovery, I know now that I'm more educated. When it comes to recovery, it never stops. You're just always recovering, you know, even if it's been 15 years sober, 20 years sober, 2 months sober, 2 days sober, for the rest of your life, if you are recovering from substance abuse, you're forever recovering, you know, and so it never stops for them. Even if they've, overcame it, they are still recovering, is what I'm pretty much trying to say to you. So yeah, man, it's always good to, if you're on the other end, if you feel like people are not understanding you because maybe you've been through things and, you know, you just feel like the world is against you. Sometimes it's better if you vocalize it and express that, okay, I am working through this, I am dealing with this, I've been through this, and I'm trying to look at life differently now. You know, I'm trying to find my positive path in life, and I would, you know, appreciate it if you were a bit more understanding and not be so harsh on me, because I understand that sometimes I come across as this way, and then when I apologize, but it's not intentional. Those sort of things. And also if someone is being like that, because not everyone is vocal and not everyone wants to talk about their past, just be more understanding. Be like, okay, maybe this person has been through something, and maybe I should, I'm not saying you must allow people to just like, you know, fuck around and like, you know, be all up in your face and disrespect you, but just watch how you also respond to it, and just try and make sure now you're not adding on to what that person is going through. You know what I'm saying? Don't be that person, you know. There's never a need to be that person, you know, just because someone is being office. That thing of, yeah, if you're bitchy to me, I'm gonna be bitchy to you. No, there's no need for you to be like, I understand in high school, of course, you're gonna think that, you know. But as you get older, I mean, you should know better. Like, you don't have to sometimes you don't have to give the same energy, is basically what I'm trying to say. Sometimes you don't have to give the same energy. You can give better energy to someone who's giving you fucked up energy, and you can bless them and shower them and annoy them with the good energy, and not in a way of being like petty but just genuinely be kind to them, you know. And then you will find that they will also start warming up to you and start respecting you, or being like aware of the fact that, okay, maybe you're talking to me like this and you're not as harsh as the people that I'm used to from my past who made me feel like I'm worthless or whatever. And then they're going to try to open up to you a bit more, and then you can understand them a bit better. So we all need to have that person in our life, guys, whether it be a random stranger, whether it be someone bumping into you at a festival and you have a deep conversation. I'm that person when I go out drinking sometimes. I always have like nice deep conversations with people because I like getting to know people, and I like talking to people and having conversations that also help me understand people better. You know what I'm saying? And learning new things about people. It's like, okay, I know now people like this exist, and maybe this is why this other person in my past was behaving this way, because they've been to something similar. You know, it just helps me understand the world itself, you know, a little bit better, and have more empathy and sympathy for other people, and show more compassion, and give the people grace. You know what I'm saying? Which is good. And I promote we must go out there and try and be better people, not just for ourselves, but also be better to other people as well, whether it's someone you've known for years or someone you just recently met. Like I said, the core takeaway from this is that, guys, we've all been through something, and we all come from different family dynamics. Some people don't even have support at home. Some people don't have a home anymore. Some people don't even have, they have siblings, but they don't even talk, you know. And it takes a small thing also to just ruin the dynamic within the family. Let's just talk about the family, to keep it like, you know, small. Like little things as you get older can like mess up. Like, guys, I really want to give examples, but I can't because I can't. But it doesn't really take much for a family to like not get along anymore, for the family to not have the same dynamic it used to have before. Something as small as someone having a child and them starting to have their own life, and then the family dynamic has changed, and then it's like people are starting to disconnect, and some people are putting less effort into like keeping that, like sustaining the fact that, okay, we are a family. As much as you can go out there and have your own individual families outside of your big family, but you still have your home, your family. Even if you are married outside of your family as a female, your home is still your home. You know, your family is still your family. Your siblings are still your siblings, and you have to try and find a way to balance that and to maintain that relationship while you are also working on your own, building your own family and your own, creating your own relationship with that family of yours. Because at the end of the day, the first reference that you have of love and family and togetherness is where you come from, your home. You know, so you should never turn your back on your family. Even if the dynamic is a bit weird, let's just like try, guys, put that effort into making sure your family is family. I'm not saying you must forgive people. No, I'm just saying if someone wants to converse. Not the ones that come and borrow money. Nah, just saying if you can show support in many other ways. Sometimes it's not even about giving a person money. You know, if someone is always asking you for money, be like, I don't have money, but you know, you're my family. I can support you in other ways. So if you need maybe me to come to, you know, watch you playing somewhere or whatever, maybe someone who's going for auditions, if you have a play, I'm gonna come watch you play, but I just can't give you money. Those sort of things. Just find those boundaries, have those boundaries, create the boundaries, and also at the same time have something to offer. Like it's a family member. You know, you must always support your family if it's something positive that they're doing. I'm not saying if they're doing drugs, you must support it. No. But also if you can't help them go to rehab, help them in other ways. Make sure that you can create a space where if they do come to your house, they are not tempted to steal anything because you know them. That's you helping them by like, okay, let me hide my cell phone, let me lock my rooms. But they are welcome to come to my space. So I can go home and talk to them still like they're a normal person instead of going and judging them. When are you going to change? When are you going to stop drinking and doing all those things? When are you going to stop popping babies? You have 5 kids. At that point, you can't help them with anything. So the best you can do is try and be like, I'm going to play with your kids. Your kids are, smart. Just say nice things and that's that. But, you need to do better. But you already know this. You're a grown up. Give advice in constructive ways. Those sort of small things just to like try and maintain that nice family dynamic. But anyways, let's go into snack corner. That's if I still have time because I'm not sure because I didn't have enough much time on that camera. Let me see if I do have time. Let's do snack corner. What is the snack of the week, guys? This week on the snack corner, we have this pretzels from Woolies. I'm sounding a bit down because I literally just recorded you guys like this whole segment now and finished, and only to find that my camera stopped recording because my memory is low, but then normally it doesn't stop. It like warns me, it does like a flashing thing, but anyway, it doesn't matter. So I was talking and I did even the closing and everything, was tasting this, saying nice things, and that was not even captured on camera. So I'm feeling a bit down, but in the spirit of being positive, because that's what this episode is all about, right? I'm trying to inspire you guys to show more grace and gratitude, you know what I'm saying, like towards life itself. But I'm just irritated because I said a lot of things, and like once I know I'm still like low on space, but I am going to say this. Once, if I've recorded something and then when I'm re-recording it, I feel like I don't say the things that I wanted to say because in my head I've already said it, but then I forget that I said it, you know, when I was recording that thing that did not record. And then I feel like I've already said it now, so I don't want to repeat things again, and so then I end up leaving things out. That's why I don't like having to re-record, because like I said, I don't have a script. I just sit here and I talk. So I'm just so irritated because now I have to redo this thing, and to me it feels fake. But anyway, that's why I'm telling you that, so that it doesn't feel fake. So you can see that I'm a bit irritated by myself, to be honest with you, because I knew that my battery was like, my space was low, and I should have like fixed that and like deleted things. But anyways, I'm sorry. Okay, that's just all on me. I'm just rambling and venting because I'm just a bit irritated now. But anyways, yeah, this week's snack is this pretzel, Woolies oven baked fried pretzels, honey and mustard flavored pretzels, pissies. It's very chunky. So let me do this again. Oh my gosh, I'm so irritated. So they taste like normal pretzels and they taste nice. I'll do like a close-up, but they look like chunky, like this. And I'm not going to eat them again because I already ate them now. I'm just going to have one. I'm sorry, I'm just like, my mood is down now. I'm just angry at myself, but I know the show must go on, you guys. And so I'm not going to get into what I had already said. And now I'm trying to watch the time. But anyways, in closing, thank you so much for tuning in. And remember, guys, I hope that some of this did resonate with you. Remember, with the biggest takeaway from this should be the fact that you must be considerate of the fact that people have been through different things in life. And sometimes you mustn't take things personally. And you must remember that we are all fighting through something and we all working on becoming better. Even those who are not, just like be positive and try and understand that people are the way that they are. Sometimes it's not because they want to be that way. It's because of what they've been through. And so, yeah, man, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the week. And yeah, goodbye. If this does cut, goodbye. Because now, okay, guys, I'm sorry. But yeah, tune in next time for another episode. Hopefully I'm going to be recording from KZN. But yeah, thank you for tuning in and goodbye.